video is going to help you find and solve the answers for the daily Common Core review. As the review is going, you may use this video to help you answer the problems. Please show your work for each problem. Here we go. Number 1. Kudzu is a vine that grows very fast. Ellen measured one kudzu vine at 18 feet 3/4 of a foot. 1 week later, the vine measured 23 feet 7/8 feet long. How many feet did the vine grow in 1 week? This problem is a subtraction problem, and you're going to find the difference between 23 and 7/8 of a foot and 18 and 3/4 of a foot. You would set your problem up like this. Before you can subtract fractions, you need to find a common denominator of 8. So you would multiply to come up with an equivalency of 6/8. You can now subtract 7 take away 6 is 1. Your 8 remains the same as the denominator. 23 take away 18 is 5. So your answer will be 5 1/8. Number 2. One morning, the thermometer read negative 14 degrees Fahrenheit. By noon, the temperature had risen 12 degrees. What was the temperature at noon? Your temperatures will start below 0 degrees Fahrenheit, and they will start at a negative 14 degrees. You are then going to rise 12 degrees. So that is an addition of 12 degrees or an adding of 12 degrees. And because you are at a negative 14 and you are rising, you are going up, but you do not have enough to go over into the positive numbers. You only have enough to make it to negative 2. So your answer for this is negative 2. Number 3, Roger is mixing a special color of paint. The instructions tell him to use 1 tablespoon of color for every 8 ounces of white paint. How much color should be added to 48 ounces of white paint? This is a ratio problem where you are creating a proportion. You start with your initial ratio of 1 to 8, and that would be tablespoons to 1 tablespoon of color to paint, and you want to create 48 ounces as your next equivalency. So you want to go from 8 to 48 ounces. So you would multiply by 6. 1 times 6 will give you 6. So you would need a ratio of 6 to 48. And the answer is 6 tablespoons to 48 ounces of white paint. Number 4, order these numbers from least to greatest. In order to solve this problem, you have to turn everything into decimals. 2/4 is 1/2, which means you have 0.5. 2/3. If you divide 2/3 by 3, you will see that you create a decimal also. 3 will go into 2 26 times. You will have 18. Subtract and you have 2. It becomes a repeating 0.6. So your next decimal for 2/3 would be equal to 6 repeating. So 2/4 is equal to 5/10. 2/3 is equal to 6 repeating. Then you have the decimal of 24 hundredths, and then the decimal of 42 hundredths. You can now compare. Remember, you compare from left to right. They all have 0 in the ones place. So now as we look down the tenths place, we can identify the lowest number, which is 2, is our lowest number. So this is first in our list. Then we look for the next lowest number, which is going to be 4. So this is second. Then we look for our next lowest number, which is 5. This is third. And then this will be fourth in the order of least to greatest. Remember, however, that when you are putting these in order, you have to use the original writing. So our order will be, first will be the 2400s. Second will be the 4200s. Third will be the 2/4, and fourth will be the 2/3. And that is how you solve that problem. Number 5, find the distance between positive 4, negative 5, and negative 4, negative 5 on the coordinate plane. Once again, you would take your coordinates and you would compare them using absolute values and common axes. So you would have the following. You would see that you both coordinates have the same y-axis, so you will not use that number. You will be looking at the absolute value of the x-axis. So the absolute value of negative 4 is 4. The absolute value of positive 4 is 4. Because you have a negative and a positive, you will use the process of addition, and you will add those two numbers, and you will get 8 units. Number 6, they want you to write the ratios that are equal to 16 to 4. You could come up with a number of different ratios as long as they are equivalent. Number 7, they want you to evaluate the expression. When you evaluate this expression, you will follow the order of operation, which means the first thing that you do will be 6 to the second. 6 times 6 is 36. The second thing you will do is look for multiplication or division from left to right. Well, 2 times 3 is next. 2 times 3 is 6. Then you will look for addition or subtraction from left to right. And you will see that the value of 6 to the second needs to be added to the value of 2 times 3. So your next step will be 36 plus 6 equals 42. Then we continue to look for a addition or subtraction, and we will see that everything we got from over here must subtract 5. So our fourth step will be 42 minus 5, and that equals 37. And your answer is 37. Number 8, they want a total of 39 students attended a field trip. Out of every 13 students on the trip, 4 were girls. How many girls were on the field trip? Your first step in solving this problem is to take 39 and divide it by 13. That gives you an answer of 3. Next, the second thing you will want to do is take 4 times 3 and get 12. Okay? So in that case, we have 39 students attended the field trip. Out of every 13, so as you group those, you will get a girl for each one of those groups. Alright? 4 were girls. How many girls were on the field trip? And the answer is 12 girls. Please submit your work to your teacher.